Hello again, I am Blunty, and I don't usually do this video game news type stuff, but firstly, the original plan for the video today kind of imploded. I should stop making plans, shit never goes to plan anyway. And secondly, even though this is just a small batch of DLC type news for Fallout 4, there is a time is a factor thing going on here that's worth getting the word out about, because the price for the season pass is set to increase significantly very soon. So if you don't act quickly, you'll be wasting a lot of money, and I don't want you to do that. And we'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, Bethesda has finally told people what the first batch of DLC for Fallout 4 actually even is, which itself is kind of a dick move waiting this long, as before now anyone dumb enough to have pre-purchased the DLC Season Pass did so with absolutely zero clue as to what they were even paying for, which is dumb. And sure, it's Bethesda, so you can make an educated guess about the likely value of a season pass based off previous recent titles, like that game that had every half-wit running around going "Phosro derp" on every post they've made online anywhere. But frankly, anyone who paid for the season pass blind is an idiot as far as I'm concerned, and I say this as a man who pre-ordered Just Cause 3 with the DLC season pass pack, so yeah, I'm a hypocrite. But in my defense, it was the first time I've ever pre-purchased any kind of DLC, but even though Just Cause 3 is friggin' amazing, I still feel a bit of personal shame about pre-ordering the DLC. Hope it's worth it. Anyway, to get to the point here, if I can stop ranting about the concepts behind goddamn so-called season passes in video games, now we finally know what the first batch of DLC for Fallout 4 is, and there's three main chunks in the first batch. The first one is called Automatron, which is a new batch of story missions revolving around a new enemy called the Mysterious Mechanist and his swarm of killer robots. You'll be hunting him down, facing off against his robot army, and collecting parts to build and mod your own robot companions, which sounds pretty cool. They'll have their own custom paint jobs and even a selection of voices to choose from. Plus, there's apparently hundreds of mods and combinations of parts and armor and weapons and abilities, and something called the Lightning Chain Gun, which just sounds badass. And all that sounds friggin' awesome as far as I'm concerned, and its standalone price, if you just wanted to buy this one, is 10 Yankee Smackers or 17 Aussie dollary-doos. Next up, there's the Wasteland Workshop, a set of new game mechanics that involve making cages and traps to capture raiders and critters and even deathclaws, and then either tame them for, I don't know, pets I guess, or make them fight for your own amusement. You can even taxidermy them for decoration around your settlements, which honestly is the only part that even remotely interests me, but it is at least cheap at $5 US or $8 Australian. Finally, there's Far Harbour, a new case for Valentine's Detective Agency that includes a whole new island area to explore, which is even more severely irradiated than what you've seen so far, so everything there is more feral and more dangerous and probably more gooey. There's a conflict between synths and townspeople and the Children of the Atom, so maybe we finally get to learn a bit more about those guys. And your mission is to make peace, somehow, and find a missing young woman. And all this takes place on apparently the largest landmass that Bethesda have ever added to a game as DLC. I don't personally have any context for that, but I'll take him at their word. It's probably a pretty big place and it's going to be fun to explore. Hooray! There's new faction quests there as well, new settlements, dungeons, and of course new armor and weapons to be found. And as you may expect by now, this is also the most expensive of the three DLC packs at 25 American and a whole goddamn 40 Australian beer purchasing monetary units, which we also call dollars. Now, here's the thing. The current price for the Season Pass thingy is $30 US, but as of March the 1st, 2 weeks from the announcement here, it is going to spike up to $50 American or 80 Australian dollars. So yeah, if you're interested at all in even, say, two of the three, buy the Season Pass now, because you're going to save a fair wad of cash, and you get all three DLC packs to boot. And this is the news I've been waiting for, so personally now I can make the decision on whether or not I want to buy the Season Pass, and yes, I do. Fallout 4 is the first game of this type from Bethesda that has even managed to get its deathclaws into me. I just haven't been interested in the other ones. I don't want to get into an argument about how good the Phosro Darth thing was or anything like that. I sunk 60 hours into Fallout 4 going through the main story at a moderate pace without even thinking about it. Time just disappeared into this game. But yeah, I'm about ready to pop my head back into the Commonwealth, or what's left of it, and the 2 story-based DLC packs here are very intriguing indeed. I can hardly wait to get into them. So, how about you? Have you got your Fallout 4 fill yet? Are you hungry for more already? Which DLC packs are you most eager for, and what kinds of stuff do you hope come in future DLC packs? Oh, and please go ahead and fiddle with my down below areas to let me know you appreciate me trying to save you a fistful of cash. Hashtag good guy Blunty and all. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time. Happy hunting.